And we are back, and we just finished watching 2021's F9, currently in theaters, but also to buy rent on Amazon Prime. I will go around the table and get impressions. This is the 9th installment of the Fast and Furious saga, in which Dom and his crew take on some international terrorists headed or being aided by Dom's estranged brother, Jacob.
Wait, the description says Forsaken.
Oh, Forsaken.
It's Forsaken, brother.
I'm going to go around the table and get impressions. Gigi, what did you think of this film?
I didn't care. I started watching YouTube.
That was the correct thing to do.
It made me laugh really hard because of its stupidity that one time. And then
Just one time?
I might have laughed a bit before that, but then after that, it was just like, I don't care about this anymore.
Fair enough. Did you have a favorite scene?
When the car is on the rope bridge and it like defies gravity. That was the bit that made me laugh really hard.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
How it works.
At all. Olive G, did you like this movie?
I hated it. I'd rather watch Birdemic than this crap. Wow.
It's not that bad.
It's crap.
That's a pretty harsh indictment. I feel like I would rather watch this again.
Yeah, Birdemic was torture.
I'd rather watch
This was at
Trollland
least
than this.
Trollland. I don't even know what that is.
Trollland is a movie with like. I'll tell you about it after.
Okay. Did you have a favorite character?
He was barely. You could barely see him in the shot. My favorite character was that dog. You
The
barely
husky
even
dog.
saw him.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a dog amidst just incredible carnage. Just complete both heroes and villains had a complete disregard for innocent life.
Yes.
Bystanders.
And yet no one died.
As far as we know. Yeah, I'm sure people died.
I'm sure
I mean, I
someone
think
lived in those cars.
I think at the end they drove through the foundation of an apartment complex, and you see it crumbling in the background. People had to have just been like having lunch and just like
taking naps,
and suddenly their lives are ruined because
Dom and his
crew
are ruined. Their lives are over.
Were allegedly saving the earth from some sort of like cyber soccer ball or whatever the hell.
Cyber soccer ball. I really appreciated that the Tyrese character kind of addresses the whole mythos of the gang.
And he's right. They are immortal. There is nothing that can kill anybody in this entire franchise because everybody comes back. He's mourning the death of Wonder Woman, Han. And
I bet she's still alive.
Come on, she's totally still alive. Yeah, she's totally alive. If he could live, if he could come back, then everybody can come back.
Yeah,
there's nobody dies in this.
I bet you they bring back Paul Walker in the next.
Somehow they'll.
I mean, that was supposed to be him in the blue car at the end, right?
You know what? They'll just deep fake it and just get him back, or
I thought it was John Cena that would be in the blue car.
It was Paul Walker who.
Is John Cena only going to be in this one movie?
I'm sure.
He'll. You know what? He'll
to do this one movie.
No, and the next one, chances are, what's going to happen is they're going to encounter a new bad guy, and they're going to be like, we can't stop him unless we get some special help.
Yes.
And then suddenly a door will open and John Cena will walk in and they'll be like, that's the guy we need.
Yeah,
and that's
there
it.
You go. Yeah.
Because John Cena
go back
will
in time and fight dinosaurs because that's the only thing left to do at this point, right? They've gone into space.
They've gone into space.
They've gone into space.
They can only fighting dinosaurs
is the only way to go.
Probably transforming into cars themselves.
Oh, that's a good twist.
Yeah.
That is a good
cars made of flesh and
Dom just like it'll be like they'll just go full anime. He'll like stomp his foot on the ground. The Earth's crust will erupt. A Dodge Charger will shoot out and he will merge with it and become a giant
A
robot.
Dodge Charger? I feel like he's a different kind of muscle car.
Some sort of muscle car. Yeah.
What did you think of this?
This was
cinematic
ridiculous.
masterpiece?
This was they become progressively, exponentially more ridiculous with each outing.
But it's a ton of fun.
But it's fun. It's fun.
I would watch this again before I watch Malignant.
I mean, oh my God, it's so stupid. Like G said, the bridge scene was just, they're driving at like 1,000 miles an hour over a rickety rope bridge. The rope bridge breaks as soon as they get on it. And
disintegrates
somehow
behind their back wheels.
It's like they're driving the Spider-Mobile. It's sticking to the bridge. It goes up. They make it. But, of course, now Dom has to get over the bridge. And there's no way because the bridge is gone. But there's like one cable left. So what does Dom do? He like drives into the support that's holding the one cable. And by a miracle, it sticks to the front of his car, and he does like a Tarzan swing in a car, over this giant valley, and somehow
not a scratch.
Their car rolls. It's rolling on the highway now, and it ends up upright. And the most hilarious thing is, you look inside the car, and they're like, "That was tough." Neither him nor his wife are wearing a seatbelt.
And that's, you know what? I'm glad you brought
They don't even
that.
have scratches on their face from the blast.
No airbags, no seatbelts, no
nothing.
scratches, no blood.
I'm glad you brought this up. I would like to address this. People, please don't do this at home. And if you're going to do something stupid like this, please wear a seatbelt. This is completely irresponsible on the filmmaker's part.
I don't think you would survive that.
I don't think you would either, but I think that there's a lot of dumb people out there, and you know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking to.
Monkey see, monkey do, monkey
There's a
me.
lot of people out there like that, and they're going to try this to impress their girlfriends or... You know, because they're bored on a Saturday night.
I'm going to drive over a rope bridge.
Yeah.
And then all the girls will love me.
And this is just going to lead to utter chaos because people are dumb. Let's be honest.
You know what? They've made 9.
Comes out.
They've made 9 of these movies. I don't think it's directly led to anybody's death aside from Paul Walker.
It hasn't led to the death of anyone that we know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure... people are like jackassing it up out there and just doing stupid stuff because they went to the multiplex and they saw Dom Toretto jump through hoops of fire without a smudge on his tank top.
And now they got Jacob Toretto or whatever his name.
Oh my God!
Was
Yeah,
that his
Jacob
name?
Toretto.
Yeah.
And Mia Toretto.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other point I was getting to. For some reason, they just won't let Paul Walker's character just be dead.
Yeah.
So
he's babysitting children.
So instead, in this movie, he decided that like the sister shows up, Paul Walker's wife in the movie. She's going to help them save the world.
Right.
Even though, as far as I remember, she wasn't like a car driver or a fighter or a hacker or anything. But now she's all of these things.
Yes.
And she's going to be the one that goes on the mission with everybody, the dangerous mission. And Paul Walker instead. He's going to stay home and watch the kids.
Yeah. Brian. That was his
Brian.
name. Brian.
Yes. So
Brian.
So I'm going to out myself and say that I avoided these movies from 1 through 7. Like, I couldn't understand it. I mean, listen, I have nothing against any of these actors, but I just from looking at the trailers, I just wasn't into any of this. I didn't understand it. And part of me still doesn't understand it. But one day I found myself at home. My husband had taken my kids to his parents' house for a visit. And I found myself watching the 8th installment of this crazy movie. And I was hooked. I think
Fast and Furious changed your life.
Fast and Furious changed my life. This is why the terrorists hate us. Because we make just... unbelievable entertainment.
So ridiculous.
Yeah. But my other point, and I think I've mentioned this in another review, is that for a franchise that generates the mega bucks that this does, the effects on that 8th one were just horrendous.
They weren't horrendous.
They weren't good.
It was just. It's
it wasn't
just that.
Birdemic bad.
It wasn't.
The
no.
funny thing, it's just the physics of everything is so bad that it makes it look really fake. Because you're doing things like cars are jumping and they're jumping in ways that it needs to thread this needle. And it's not going to in any sort of normal physics world. But we're going to make it do it. So it just looks weird. I mean, the car looks fine. But then when you see a car like basically do a 90-degree angle when it shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
And even a baby could identify that anything in that kind of movement would not do that. It makes it basically, you could have the best special effects in the world, but the physics are wrong. It just looks like crap. And the funny thing was in this one, what's his name? Ludacris is actually like, we have to obey the laws of physics.
Yes, and we all started laughing because we were like, "Are you kidding?"
These films are based in a strict foundation of not obeying the laws of physics. None of this makes sense. These characters are, I mean, what's his name?
Tyrese.
Tyrese was right. They're immortal,
Yes.
and they pretty much address that in this movie when he is surrounded by like 14 guys with machine guns, and he kills them all, and he doesn't even get scratched.
I mean, these movies are just but I mean, I think they're just supposed to be popcorn summer fun, right?
They're mindless fun where the heroes never die. There's no risk of them dying.
There's not bloodshed. I mean,
Yeah.
this is PG-13, right?
Yeah, I think maybe like somebody had a cut. Maybe that was about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
And there was maybe one or two curse words. I mean, nothing. There was no F word. Maybe the S word.
Yeah, if there was cursing, it didn't.
It was
really,
mild.
It didn't really
register
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've probably heard more outrageous things from you.
Yeah, probably.
And then at the end, of course, we get the whole family message because
Yes.
what we all know is that the Fast and Furious franchise is all about family. And even if you are a estranged brother who you've believed was responsible for your dad's death for God knows how many years.
Decades.
And he's basically responsible for countless deaths of innocents. And he almost took over the world with some sort of strange cyber football.
Looks like a soccer ball.
At the end of the
long
day,
soccer ball.
it's, I love you, bro. I love you too.
Yeah.
Here's keys to my car. Why don't you go take off?
Yeah. I mean that. I just.
We'll share a Corona, clearly a sponsor of the Fast and Furious franchise, in the next one.
I mean, kudos to Vin Diesel for just
Making
this much money from just a mediocre property, honestly. I mean, it is fun, it is silly, but the numbers that these movies generate are just insane. I'm sure if this wasn't if we weren't living in the time of COVID, this movie would have done stellar box office.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to look at it right now because I don't want to upset myself, but these 9 movies combined must be like unreal.
Yeah, I mean, there are probably countries that have been around for hundreds of years that have not made as much money as the Fast and Furious film franchise.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you have a favorite character?
A favorite character?
Yeah.
There were so many great ones to choose from.
Yeah, so nuanced. Nah, nobody really stood out. I mean, everybody. I gotta be honest. This is the 9th film in the franchise. Everybody's looking tired.
They are aging.
Everybody's looking tired. It's almost a little depressing.
Yes. Everybody.
There's
looks
not much young blood on the Fast and Furious team anymore.
No.
What about his kid?
Oh, his kid. But you know what? Maybe in the next one, that little kid's gonna hop in a muscle car and just run over a bunch of ninjas or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
I
should
don't
have
know
a
who
ninja fight in the next one.
Yeah, ninjas and dinosaurs.
I mean,
that
has
dinosaurs.
to be.
Ninja dinosaurs. There
Oh
you
my God, even better.
Yes, merge it with Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Have Chris Pratt training ninja dinosaurs.
I
Or
mean,
Chris
he's-
Pratt's evil twin.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I mean,
yes.
he's buff enough to be in these movies, right?
Yeah. why
I mean,
not?
I feel like it was funny. There was that scene where they're kind of toe to toe, John Cena and Vin Diesel, and it's like, who's got the biggest forearms?
Vin Diesel needs to get back in the gym. He's getting shown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cena's a monster from the back. There's like that scene in the beginning.
Cena's huge, and like he's fully covered in clothes throughout the whole thing. You know, and
Yeah.
he's still massive compared to Vin Diesel, who used to be like
Yeah,
the big
at
guy.
the beginning.
Although apparently Vin Diesel is getting stronger because he did like tear down
Oh yeah.
that missile silo with his bare hands and a
Like
couple
freaking
of
Samson.
giant like anchor chains from an aircraft carrier.
I mean,
He just pulls them and like concrete supports are tearing in half. And
honestly, God bless America. I mean, these movies are just. God damn it.
and the hood of a car is still soft as a pillow in these
Michelle
movies, because
Rodriguez.
that's how you save somebody who's
Yes,
flung at
flung.
1,000 miles an hour from a car. You just drive at them and they'll land on the hood of your car totally
Gently.
snug as like a kitten.
Well,
Yes.
you have to imagine what would happen if he timed that a bit slower.
Yeah.
Again, like Ludacris said, it's all about the numbers.
Yeah. And for a second there, I thought that big guy really did catch that car.
Yeah, me too. It looked like he got it.
It looked
and
like he was.
fell
It looked
over.
seriously. He had his hands up like he's like, I'm just gonna catch it.
Well, my other thing
Thought
was
he
like
could do it.
when
We
his
probably,
head,
you know what? We didn't. Technically, we did not see him die. So chances
True,
are
he could come back.
he could come back in the next one. Tattoo
Yeah.
face, whatever his character's name
Yeah,
was.
I mean,
Tattoo face.
when his head went through that traffic sign, I was like, he should be concussed.
It wasn't even his whole head. It was his entire upper body went through a traffic sign, like a metal traffic sign, and he just tears through it like it's made
Nothing.
out of confetti.
Paper.
And
It's
I
just
mean,
crazy.
Vin Diesel went through a door frame.
Also,
How is he not
he
dead?
survived underwater long enough to like
Yeah.
have a flashback or
A
something.
very
so-
long flashback too.
seriously.
Yes.
He like viewed his entire time in prison while he's unconscious in the water, and then his wife dives down this endless like missile silo or whatever the hell it was. It was so deep you couldn't even see the bottom.
Yes.
Should have gotten both of them should have gotten seriously injured from that.
Yeah.
Yes.
She dives in and somehow rescues him.
Yeah. Even though he weighs probably
Even
double.
though he weighs it,
Confident.
not only does he weigh a ton, but while he was falling, like big chunks of concrete were like falling on top of him.
Yeah. I
He
mean,
still
honestly, this is all suspension of
This is-
disbelief.
yeah.
Honestly.
And it's true that nobody will ever die in these things, because
Yeah.
just when you think like
That
one
scene at
of
the
the
beginning,
big
yeah.
bads dies, it turns out no, she was just
In a draw.
in a remote
Yeah.
control thing.
Yeah. I
$100 says somehow they're gonna like bring his dad back. I wasn't dead, son. I was
I was just faking
I was
it.
actually training to become a super agent.
Yes.
They
Yes.
could defeat the ninja dinosaur.
And
Yeah.
they brought back the guys from Fast and Furious 3.
Yeah, the Tokyo Drift one, they brought them back. They're all rocket scientists now,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
Apparently, and they're for some reason they're specializing in strapping rockets to old cars
Yeah.
for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Like they have access to
A
a
plethora
rocket
of,
propulsion lab where they strap rockets to Pontiac Fieros.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, and they went to space.
yes. Yes.
They went
We
to
should.
space.
Plans of
with no
return.
with no apparent way of getting these two guys back to Earth, aside from just we just
figure it
look,
out.
it's the International Space Station.
Station.
Let's drive there.
This movie was just nuts.
Let's drive. To
I
the
mean,
International
come
Space
on.
Station.
That's entertaining, though. I mean, I can't stop myself. I really should watch 1 through 7.
It's
I
so
mean,
over the
Can't
top.
convince me.
And like it began with it was like a cops and robbers thing with like car thieves.
was that what they were? Car thieves?
Yeah, if I
somebody
recall right,
told
it was
me-
about car thieves.
I think the original movie is based like on a magazine article. like about these
Street racers?
street racers and stuff.
Yeah.
And this has now become a 20-year love project. Can you believe the first Fast and Furious came out in 2001?
I could have
Waste of
have
time.
sworn this film was just based upon some guy watching two children play with Hot Wheels, and that was this would make a great film franchise.
The script writing on it is
Yeah.
pretty on par with that.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the dialogue in this is like, come on,
Yeah.
you didn't even try here. Come on,
Maybe
come
they
on.
didn't hire actual writers. They just got some guy.
I
to
mean,
do
it's
it.
probably, you know what? It's probably one of these passion projects, and like that did so well that it's like a dude that's like it's almost like a Robert Rodriguez thing. Yo, I'm making a movie.
Yeah, come over my
Come
house.
over my house. Yeah, let's just do this.
Yeah, the writing.
And you get like a bunch of your friends, and you just do this.
The writing's terrible, but you know somebody's going to get like that last quote that Dom's dad said to him tattooed on their forearm or something.
Of course.
They just have like the entire philosophy of the.
We
Fast
should
and
do a
Film
Google
franchise
search of people that have
upon their
tattooed
skin.
Dom Toretto on their body. Because there's people out there that do it.
I'm sure.
Because he is,
He's like,
he's the epitome of what a man should be.
yeah. There's probably an entire religion based upon it. Church of Diesel.
Oh, is it Church of Diesel or is it Church of Toretto?
Oh yeah. Well,
Both.
you never know. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's an entire sect that are just like, we're the Riddick offshoot. We're the Riddickites of the Church of
There you go.
The Church of Diesel. They have like sectarian wars.
Yeah. Pray at the altar of Groot.
Yeah, they have the Groot offshoot,
Jeez.
the Groot branch. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I still can't get over how much money these movies make.
Hey, good for them.
I mean,
Seriously,
yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
money to do
good
it.
for them. Yeah.
You gotta write something. You gotta write something like
I don't know.
channel your inner fourth grader.
They got the market on cars. What would I like? I don't know.
I don't know. We have to think about this, but
Like
yeah, we gotta
illegal-
get on that.
Monster trucks.
Illegal
Monster.
monster trucks. That's still cars. Maybe like illegal underground world of like, I don't know, competitive Uno or something like that.
No, cornhole.
Cornhole. There you go.
Did you remember that night I was just obsessed with that cornhole championship? I
Yeah.
couldn't stop watching it.
There you go.
Cornhole.
Cornhole.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna write a script about competitive
All the
cornhole,
intrigue, the sex, the violence,
the drama.
the drama.
And then go into space.
Cornhole in space.
On the moon.
I mean, these movies are just, goddamn. I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe it. Okay, I'm gonna get everyone's numbers because I'm still
Yeah.
I'm still loopy from this film watching experience. Although, I would say that I would watch this again over Malignant or Jolt or Reminiscence.
Yes.
This is way more entertaining than
Like
any of
if I passed by this on cable,
I'd
would
watch.
I would probably watch this if I couldn't find anything better.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like one of those just so ridiculous.
You don't
It's
have to
one of
raise your
those
hand.
so bad it's good movies.
Yes.
Starting now, cut this out. Oh, should you be mentioning Malignant since you're posting it for Halloween and we're still in September?
Oh no, I already posted it.
You didn't bank it for October?
No, because we're not going to do 31 days. We're just going to do the weekends.
All right, good. That makes more sense. All right.
All right, so
So we'll get numbers.
yeah, get numbers.
I'm going to start with you.
Oh,
1
with
to
me?
10.
I'd probably give us like yeah, I'd give it a 6. It's so
JG?
like I said, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's good.
I tapped out of this pretty early, so I'll just rate it on what I did see. Maybe, like 5 or 6.
Okay, fair enough. What about you, Olive G?
It's
What
good
would
for
you
a
give
laugh,
this?
you know.
This is absolutely good for a laugh.
A 5.
5. I too would give it a 6. I mean, it's not. Listen, this isn't going to change your life in any way, shape, or form.
Unless you're a really big
In the Church of
dominant
Toretto.
yeah,
If you're in the Church of Toretto,
then
then
this is
groundbreaking.
required viewing.
Yes.
There are some chestnuts in there for you to tattoo on your body.
But, I mean, for 2 hours and 23 minutes, this is kind of a long film. But I felt like it moved pretty quickly. I didn't really need to activate my brain in any way. And it was just silly fun. It was just silly fun.
Incredibly silly.
Yeah, incredibly silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's it from us. And we will come back with another review soon.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.